Thank you, Zano, and good afternoon to everyone on the call. I would like to just say thank you for presenting us with this opportunity of being able to engage in the Eswatini ecosystem and being a part of the journey of building an ecosystem of entrepreneurs that are willing to work and who are looking for money and who are looking to build businesses that we can connect to global investors. Maybe just, I'm not going to do a presentation. I'll talk to everyone around the room. And I'd like for it to be an engaging session like Zano has said in the beginning. And really, I'm just going to talk to you about who we are, what we do. I'll start with an introduction about who I am. And hopefully it doesn't take me 45 minutes because we've got a long story to tell. So like Zwane alluded, I'm Sthembiso Zwane. I'm the co-founder and director of GoGetta, which is Africa's equity-based crowdfunding platform. And I'm really passionate about entrepreneurship and developing quality entrepreneurs for alternative investments. And also what's more important to me is actually just being able to allow retail investors to have access to the good work that the entrepreneurs are doing and affording them an opportunity to have a more balanced investment portfolio. So where we come in is GoGetta really, we combine both of these passions and we understand that it's very hard to raise equity or debt in the traditional ways, be it through venture capital or be it through a bank. And where we come in is that equity crowdfunding is where the global investors meet African entrepreneurs. So we're a platform that really allows African entrepreneurs to come onto our platform and afford them an opportunity to raise equity from various investors, be it a retail investor, be it a venture capital firm, be it a private equity firm, and in some instances, be it institutional money. So we would connect you to those opportunities and based on the work that you do. And this all happens digitally. So we have a safe and secure, trusted platform in line with the market's best practices because we understand that African entrepreneurs, not just Eswatini, but also in South Africa, also in Lesotho, everywhere in Africa, we are constrained by the lack of capital. And it's stifling the African economy's growth, really. And what we understand is that in sub-Saharan Africa alone, the funding gap between the demand for capital and the supply, it exceeds $330 billion, you know, and it's increasing year on year. So, you know, these guys have big balance sheets. They invest in businesses that are, they're not taking punts. And where we are is we saying we want to walk the journey with you as an entrepreneur and also just see what happens during the investment life cycle. So from pre-investment, we'll hold your hand and we'll build a pitch deck together. So I understand that today we're talking about building a pitch deck and what to present to any VC or potential funder. And where we come in is we would help you build a pitch deck. We would help you scale your business because we understand that once we've invested in your business, it's not the end. We don't just provide financial support to these entrepreneurs, but we want to build an ecosystem that is filled with love.
Okay.
We want to build an ecosystem that's filled with love and an ecosystem that enables the entrepreneur to really get their business across the line and to be successful. So we want to put you in a position where you unlock the maximum potential that your company can reach. And also, it's not just limited to being in the South African market or the Eswatini market, but we're building businesses that, to Lwazi's point, or Mr. Dlamini's point, is that there are unicorns in Africa, and I'm sure there's a unicorn in Eswatini, but we need to find those unicorns. We need to harness the energy. We need to speak to the entrepreneur and grow their business to be that unicorn, So that's where we come in. We also, so we've got two journeys. We've got a journey where I've just spoken to you about the entrepreneurship, where if you wanted to come on board onto our platform, we would then do a due diligence on the business, a proper due diligence, and we would then take you to our investment committee. Our investment committee would then approve or disapprove the deal, tell us what to change, how to change it, maybe make some recommendations on the business model. And once it's passed muster with the investment committee, only then will the business be able to be listed onto our platform, onto the GoGetta platform, for you to be able to raise money from the public. And yeah, so that's the one side. And then the other side is that if you wanted to be an investor on the platform, we would also look at, we allow the investors to come onto the platform. We'll do their KYC, which is know your clients or know your customer, anti-money laundering rules that we adhere to. And then once you've done your KYC and your FICA, only then would you be able to invest. And you can invest from a minimum of 1,000 rands, South African rands, which I think is the equivalent in Eswatini as well. I stand to be corrected, might be 1 rand and 3 cents, but or the equivalent of $53, So for the businesses on our platform, maybe I'll talk to you about that, is we allow them to come onto the platform to raise a minimum of 1.5 million rands or 1.5 million rands and a maximum of 10 million rand. Maybe I'll talk to you about fees as well, as to how we charge fees. On the fee structure, we charge 6% once off on the total capital raised from each entrepreneur, and then we'll charge you 1% per annum for as long as we hold shares in each company that we've raised money for. So the 1% per annum is really an admin fee, which allows us to do the reporting, ongoing reporting to everyone, and everyone being the crowd investors. So if everyone on this call decided to invest in Pinaco Co, you would come through us. We would then subscribe for shares in Pinaco Co, and then we would be the guys who are responsible for reporting to you on a quarterly basis, so that you understand what it is that is required, and where the business is going, what the growth strategy looks like as well. I see I've got a question here. Oh, okay. So I will share my details. I'll share my details now in chat, so that everyone is aware of what it is that we're trying to do. But you can send any email that you want for communications. You can say hello@gogetta.africa. That is our go-to email address. hello@gogetta.africa. Yeah. So I think really what I want out of this session is to engage with each of you who are on the call, so that we can be aligned as to what it is that the needs are. And maybe second to that is also, I want you to understand that we are building an ecosystem in each country that we are trying to invest in, and we want to make Africa great again. Basically, that's what we are about. And the only way to do that is to build an ecosystem and for us to collaborate in this environment, so that we are blessed rather with more opportunity than we are with the lack thereof. Thank you for everyone for having me. And maybe, oh, sorry, I missed something. We didn't talk about the credibility. So GoGetta officially launched on we launched the market on the 1st of August 2022. We vetted over 1,600 businesses to date, of which we've only selected 11 to list on our platform. We've had some successful raises. We've had 3 successful raises since we've come on board, which is a cumulative total of about $890,000, which is roughly about 16 million to date. We've got a mix of investors that come from various countries like South Africa. We've got guys in Zimbabwe, Namibia, Ghana, Rwanda, Nigeria, just so you know a few. We've also got some in, yeah, I said Rwanda. Okay, cool. So, and really, GoGetta's really just built well-established relationships with industry leaders and venture capital firms, angel networks, incubators, and accelerators across Africa. We work with them very closely so that we can tend to the needs of each of the entrepreneurs that are with us in this ecosystem. So yeah, I mean, that's us. We've got a team of 7 full-time members who comprise of CAs, lawyers, finance degrees, econometrics. We've got guys with masters and all that kind of stuff. And we've got a back office of about 17 other professionals, which help the entrepreneur with soft skills post our investments. So this is the journey that I was talking about earlier, about once we've invested the money, we have to take care of these entrepreneurs and help them along the way. And so the team is there to really help them, and we have tailor-made solutions for each entrepreneur that we invest in, so that we can help them, and we can really we can really reach mutual success, you know, because we understand that we all, as an investor, you want a return, and as an entrepreneur, you want to grow your business to the next level. Thank you, and we know that there is. Thank you, actually. I'm Sthembiso Zwane, co-founder and director of GoGetta. Are there any questions that I can take? If there are any. If not, I think Zano, then we can pass the ball back to you for the next part of the meeting. Zano?
Okay. I think we might have a problem here. I'm just trying to sort. She was muted when I was muting all the other participants. So just a moment.
No problem.
Okay, we are okay. Go on, Zano.
Hi, sorry about that. I understand. Now I would like to welcome Mr. Bartholomew Suale from GoGetta Africa. He is the business development manager, and he will be presenting on the how-to of a pitch deck for startups to investors. Over to you, Mr. Suale.
Oh, sorry. Hi, guys. Thank you, Zano, for the opportunity. And thank you, everyone, for joining us. I would like, first of all, to apologize for, I think, I have a bad connection. I'm going to turn my camera off so that you can all hear me. Yeah, so before we get into the pitch deck structure and all that, I just want to mention that we all know that starting a business, especially startup, has a lot of structures and several steps involved in order for you to start operations. And here at GoGetta, we always strive to help startups start their businesses either through their investments and also helping them structure their pitch decks. And a lot of businesses in Africa struggle to, structure their pitch deck because they have no the literacy to do that. Now, let me just start by saying before we get into the pitch deck structure, I would like to say that a business has to first identify the legal structure built around that idea that they want to, turn into a business. So that has to do with the business identifying which legal structure they want to use. It's either you want your business to be under a sole proprietorship structure, or you want your business to be under a partnership. You want partners to be a part of your business, and whether you want your business to be under a limited liability structure. So once you identify that, there is a need that you register your business with the appropriate government authorities in your country. So once you register your business, get the necessary licenses and also the permits that are required for you to operate your business. So that's just an overview of what you're supposed to do before you even look for funding and start operating your business. So Zano, can I just share my screen?
Okay.
Yeah. Are you able to assist with that? Sorry.
I will check now. That will be Ian.
Okay.
Okay, so you can go ahead and share.
All right.
Yeah.
I think the share button is not active. Am I supposed to get permission from you?
Yeah, try again. I've made you the host, so you should be fine.
Okay, are you able to see my screen now?
Not yet. Yes, we are able to see now. We can proceed. You're muted.
We can see your screen now, Chief. Proceed.
Mrs. Zwane, your presentation was visible. You can proceed.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you, but please reshare the presentation.
Oh, okay. All right, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can. Proceed.
Okay. As I was saying, a pitch deck is a presentation used by entrepreneurs to share to pitch their ideas or product to investors. So it should be concise, and it should provide an overview of what you are offering to the market. And also, I must emphasize that the structure of the content of a pitch deck depends on what you're offering to the market or to investors that you're pitching to. But the structure is always the same, and this is the structure that we at GoGetta use, and we always require, businesses that we deal with have this structure. So the first page, normally a pitch deck can be presented in a
Sorry,
in a PDF format. or a PowerPoint format.
Sorry, Bartholomew, we cannot see your presentation. We can hear you perfectly, but we've lost your presentation. If you can please reshare.
Okay, let me see. Can you see my screen now? Can you see my screen? Sorry.
No, we can't.
Okay, let me just do it once more.
We can see your screen. Thank you, Bartha.
All right. Okay, can you see the screen now?
Yes.
Okay. Zano, are you the one in charge of that? Sorry.
Yes, we'll move in tandem.
Okay,
Not a problem.
thank you for your help. So
Not
as
a
I was
problem.
saying, a page deck can be presented in either PDF, a Word format, or a PowerPoint format like I've done at the moment. So the first page should be, the name of your business. So you have to choose either the font or the color of that will represent your business. And also the logo is also important, for it is a representation or a brand image for your business. So this is just the first page that will require all entrepreneurs or businesses that are pitching or sending us their pitch decks to have. Next page, please. All right, so the next page is just an introduction. So this is where you define the real problem on the market that you are trying to solve. And you also have to indicate who are your target markets and who are your target people in the market. So you also have to indicate what is currently out there in the market that is solving the current problem, and what are they doing right and what are they doing wrong that your business will be able to solve that problem. The next. All right. So the next slide, that's where you present your solution. You describe the product that you're offering on the market and how do customers value your solution. So you have to explain the product or service you are pitching. So you have to address that and identify the problem as well, and also explain how it works. So this is the page where if you have an app or your product or service is web-based, this is where you provide a demo of how the application works. So for those people who have apps or web-based applications, this is where you state all the functionalities, all the features of your product, and actually explain to people if there's a need for users to log in or sign in or create an account. This is the page where you demonstrate all that. Can I have the next page, please? So the next page, that's where now you show the traction in your business. If you're already operating, there are actually two categories. You have to show the quantitative traction and the qualitative traction. With the quantitative traction, that's where you show all the revenue generated so far in the business. Then you also have to show the number of customers or users that you currently have on your website, or number of users that you have in your business. You also have to show the engagement and the retention rate in your business. Then when it comes to qualitative traction, that's where you show the app, the ranking in the app or the web-based product that you're offering. And also you have to include the testimonials from your customers, because a lot of investors would like to see some positivity in your business before they invest. So testimonials really help your business, to gain traction as well. Can I have the next slide as well? So the next slide, that's where you show the value proposition and the competitors around your business. So how are you better than the competitors in the market? Then what's your competitive advantage or your unique selling point proposition that you have? And also you have to indicate who are your competitors, what are their strengths and weaknesses compared to yours, and how would you capitalize on that in order to improve the product offering in the market. Can I have the next one? So market validation is also important. This is where how big is your market? What market are you addressing? And how are you addressing it? So what proof of the market is there? So this is where you use all the diagrams and how big is your market. Then this is where you prove that the market I'm addressing is this. This is what's on the market, and the opportunities on the market are there, and my product is currently solving this problem in the market. And I have the next one. So revenue generating. So this is where the revenue model comes in. So where you have to show how do you make money? How does your business make money? And who pays you? And this is where you indicate whether let's say the app or the web-based application you're offering is on a subscription basis. You have to indicate whether it's a monthly subscription or yearly subscription, or if it's a once-off, you have to indicate how much are you charging your customers for the service that you are rendering. Can I have the next one? So the next slide that we also require is like your current financials, because a lot of investors would like to know the current financial performance of your business. How is your business performing in the current market that you are addressing? So this is where you put all the cash flows, all the profit and loss that your business has in order to address this, the market that you have. So the financials, this is where you indicate your projections for at least 5 years projection. And this is just a summary of the financial model that we always require, because during our due diligence at GoGetta, we asked the plan. Like I indicated earlier on, that a pitch deck is just a summary of your business plan. So it indicates everything that's in your business plan, but summarized. So during the